a little bit of a feedback, but
On me or you?
as long as it's positive.
My God. Good evening.
Good evening. I love that we like work together in a way that is very dysfunctional because there are these types of nights like tonight where neither of us really want to do it and we're just wearing it on our faces. We're
But
just
we're
like
like, we'll do it if you're
you're
saying you
texting
are.
me. Like, imagine texting your friend and being like, I'm nauseous,
Yeah.
but if
But
you really want to talk to me, we will. And I'm in a
and
good
this is
mood,
why I could
Steph.
only do this with you because I have to at least say it out loud. I have to be like, Lauren, I might pause to throw up and we might land on a star, but we're going to just go for the ride anyways cuz
Yeah,
I
it's
dyed
like,
my hair black and I'm a witch now.
I'd
We
rather
have
have
to say that.
an overflowing archive of our crazy than not. That's where
Absolutely.
I'm at. But I have to say that I'm in a rather pleasant mood. I just stopped talking to you at some point today. I was like, you're not going to bring me down. Go inside that school that has no service,
That was
and I'll
so messed up of
see you in a
you.
little bit. Mwah. And then you came back out, and I was like, I'm still in a good mood. You were like, and
I
that's
was
when you were like,
shocked.
I'm nauseous.
I was shocked because I hadn't heard from Lauren. Like, I sent her something around like maybe 5 or so, I want to say. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I texted you like around 5, and then I didn't hear. No, you sent me Lennon's school picture. That's what it was. And
Yes.
then I heard
Like,
nothing.
Life Touch now has a 24-hour turnaround
It's
time.
honestly, yeah, if you were a
Thank you,
mother,
AI.
a school age mom in what was it, 2022, like you know that you were waiting for like a couple
Yeah.
weeks to even see a proof.
It was like 16 days you
You're
waited.
like, I didn't pay for the weird editing, so what's taking so long? Just send me the proof. It's
Yeah,
all I
just
want.
yeah, point and shoot. But yeah, so I I just had my phone charging. There was no fun story
Yeah.
behind why I didn't
No,
reach you back. But
she disappeared and I was like, she's probably not going to want to do it. I haven't heard from her for years.
no, instead, this weather has me feeling alive. Like October is our spring, I
Yeah,
feel.
this is my awakening.
I feel rejuvenated. I feel rested. Like I feel like I am just coming alive. Like in the same way that
Yeah.
March is our new year, I feel like October is our spring, you know?
Percent. I think I'm like reborn in October. I was like, you know what? Diet. You're a witch now. Like make it your whole personality. I have a lot of things going in my head for October, you know?
Honestly, yeah, I'm like in the same way that like you know how the cult leaders will like reinvent religion to like make it all about them. They're like, this whole story was about me, not
October's
Jesus.
kind
And
of
then
about me.
well, I just feel like I would do that around the calendar. Like
Mm,
if I start a cult, I just want to reinvent time. I want to be I want to be like
ooh.
October is spring, bring out the groundhog, will it be
Yeah. Oh my
darker
god.
longer?
But it's a gothic groundhog. He's
And
wearing
you're like
eyeliner and docks.
and you're more into it being cold and chilly. And then, like, some random time in March or April when you feel ready, we just bring out the ball and we say, Happy New Year, and it's just our
Yeah.
own calendar society. Because right now I feel alive,
We
okay?
could bring that to New England.
Yeah, we'll bring it to the cabinet.
Why
I
not?
I don't know where we land, and we're like the capital. I want to be
Honestly,
sitting somewhere real remote in Maine, just being like, ha ha, with a powdered wig in New
of course.
England. Like,
In one of these necklines.
yeah, like it's gonna be mostly safe. We're gonna have vaccines, but like, make it a little
Yeah, no.
apocalyptic.
No, I think we should still have vaccines. I think like I still want some electronics, but I wouldn't mind like bringing back some old school fashion and hair and
Yeah.
like also expressions. Like I
Yes.
love like an
But
old-timey expression.
but then like having the fishnet makeup on my face.
Yeah.
Like I want that
Evolved.
vibe. Yes.
Evolved.
I want that. But everyone, gather round. Before we talk about Stephanie's head, I found out what Stephanie is being for Halloween, everyone, okay? We found out because we shared TikTok cart. Honestly, so bold of you to order from TikTok shop the month of again. Like, have we learned nothing? You learned nothing.
If you know anything about me, it's that I don't want to learn too much, okay?
If you know anything about her,
because the problem
she had
what was
50
it? The
wands.
I bought 1,000 wands for Nora's
For
8th
10
birthday
kids.
so that everybody could just feel special. What does that
She
say
didn't
about
know-
me?
She didn't know if any of them were going to get
I
there.
didn't know if a single fucking wand was coming. And then they all at some point came, and I was left over with quite an alarming amount of wands, even for your average wizard.
You were like, hey, kids, take home 15 wands. I was like,
I really like you a lot, new friend, and you deserve 4 wands because thank you for coming.
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
So
I love
so
October.
Shiver me timbers when I open our TikTok cart, right? Because we've been getting free
I've
things.
exposed myself.
We're so famous, Rudy's. Like, I would like to take a moment to thank the Rudy's for getting us to this point today where Stephanie has gotten a free nail grinder, right? For your pets. What was
Stop
that?
it. People are going to break in when they know all these.
And
free
I
merch.
got this free water bottle, which is very obviously mine.
Yeah, no,
The
she didn't give
stickers
that to
tell
her
the
daughter.
story. I didn't have it yanked from my cold, almost dead hands.
Listen, I feel like you're coming out with my
But wait,
purchases right now.
but wait. I just have
do you-
to share, okay? Because it did this little. The phone does this weird new little thing every time we
You're
unlock.
so annoying.
We unlock this new like social
Couldn't find
media achievement. My phone does new shit, and it was like shipped. And I was like, "You've never done that. You've never told me you shipped
This
anything."
is new.
And then I looked at what Stephanie was being for Halloween, and I said,
No, you can't use the picture that I just picked it up.
I said,
No,
I gotta read the rest of those fairy books.
I just need you
She's
to
being
know.
a high fae.
I need you to know that the fairy that sold me, the one
She's
that I
so
gave,
hot.
the one that I
Look
gave
at
the
her.
commission for, she was wearing them with a dress, like a long floor length dress, and I was like, perfect. We're
You're
doing
a
mythical
slut.
creatures for Halloween. No, I'll just stick these in a dress I already have, and then this is what I fucking see when I click on the link.
Yeah.
Listen, I have a vision,
The
okay?
cool girls just wear lingerie with ears.
They just are sluts for Halloween.
Look at you. I'm like, good for you. I'm literally like, I was just
fucking
taken
can't.
aback by your high fae beauty. I can't wait to see it. I'm
It's
really
gonna
into
be
it.
paired now. As much as I love what this girl is doing here, of course I do. I wish that this was me right now, but it
Look
truly.
at her booty. Good for her.
I've seen so many butts this weekend. I'll get into that later. The thing with those is like that's a look. Like you could do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Is my fairy maybe gonna have on like a loose t-shirt and a floral skirt with that tucked in? Probably.
Probably.
Maybe I'll wear them
She'll
another
be
time.
just as cute.
You'll have to
but
ask
maybe,
my husband.
maybe she'll wear them another time. Oh my God, they're multifaceted wings. I love that.
Listen, what happens in the wings stays in the wings.
I'm like, is this bitch ordering lingerie under our
I'm
choice
like just
account
planning
right
a
now?
cosplay. She's doing Hamilton. She's drawing a goatee on her face. I'm dressing
Literally
up as
my king.
Feyre. I'm
My
literally
husband and
Feyre.
I,
Stop
my
it.
husband and I are just like dressing up as Aaron Burr and Theodosia.
Yeah. Theodosia. You know what? There's a shoe. What's the saying? There's a shoe for every foot.
And there's a TikTok shop for every
girly.
for every cart. But I have to say,
that
we have
shows
to
how much I
address-
trust you that I'm like, I'll buy that on our cart.
Yeah.
And it might come.
You're like, I'll buy the sensual rose on our cart.
I want you to know what
That's what I
mental state
thought
I'm in.
was happening. I saw
So
that
then-
tiny booty pic, and I was like, "Where are we going? Where are we going in our
I don't even have
commission?"
to tell you where I'm at mentally. If I just buy something every so often when I'm feeling a little weird, like you'll know. There will be signs.
There will be signs.
Why is there a wizard costume in here?
Like, leave me alone. Don't judge me.
Right? I'm doing this for the business, okay? So we can promote it.
I really do feel though that like when you go onto TikTok now, like it's just like you're shopping. It's like, is this QVC for millennial?
It is.
Our parents used to watch those two women sit down and be like, "Look at this bag. Have you ever seen this bag before? It's so
When you
cute. And
see-
at $15.99." And
The
now
problem
we're
is some
doing
of
that.
it's not bad. Like, for instance, you know that long, very colorful sweater I had, the duster, like it goes all the way
Yes.
down.
Yes.
If humble brags, heterosexual man pulled over to tell me he loved my sweater. Like, it's that good, okay?
Wow.
So
Wow.
use my stay rooted.
That sounds like the
checkout.
beginning of a kidnapping movie, but
I'm like, really?
happy for you.
I'm like, I also got wings.
He was like, "Do you need a ride?" You were like, "Maybe."
Honestly, my legs are tired. You're so kind. Thank you.
My wings are tired.
They can only
She
carry
had the
me
wings
so
on.
far.
Oh my goodness. But I do.
Now I'm
I
just
love a
thinking
good
about.
I love a good TV auction, That's just the
It's the way we were raised.
the
It's the way we
90s
were
woman
raised.
blooded me.
I
Yes.
feel that. I got what's it called? This like shows. Like I'm like, no, I can do the podcast. I could talk. I could probably say something. I can say nothing. And I've known for a long time that eventually there's something in Nora when I look in that kid's eyes, I'm like, how like when you're a kid, you're like your mom and dad or mine. I feel like I always thought my dad was the smartest man in the world. Like he was a
Yeah.
pilot. I was like, he knows everything. He even knows why
Yeah.
the sky is blue. Like there's different things, and I just felt like that was how I always felt. Well, I think Nora probably looks at me and she's like, by middle school, I've got that girl. Like I've got her. Like I'm gonna be fucking teaching her things. She is so bright. She picks up things very easily, and it doesn't even look like she's trying. So we're sitting on the couch. It's like 8 p.m. and we're watching Garfield's with Lukey because Lukey's been in a Garfield's place lately. So we're just sitting there, and I have to actually look this up because I wouldn't know how to say it, and I probably don't. And Nora just turns to me and she goes, "Do you know what that is?" I go, "What?" She goes, actually, I said Garfield's. I said, "That's Garfield's, if you don't know." She goes, "No. Anthropomorphism." I go, "Excuse me? Did you just sneeze?" She goes, "That was anthropomorphism." It's like, am I stroking out right now? Because I think she's saying something and then it's trailing off. No. This is a real word that I had to Google because my third grader was using it against me. Anthropomorphism is giving human-like qualities to an animal, an inanimate object. Beauty and the Beast, Garfield.
Go to your room.
I'm like, it's about lasagna. It's about a cat that likes lasagna. Okay? It's an Italian cat. He was
Go to
an
your room
orphan.
With your weird shit.
A single dad. Worked 2 jobs. Had to move his apartment. Pack his
When
light
I
up.
become my dad in 2003.
Yeah, that's when I
I'm like,
become
go
my
to
dad.
your room with your
I'm like,
weird
you're
shit.
grounded. Wash your mouth out with soap. Never come in my house with the anthropology rock.
See, that's me. I don't think so. Not in my house.
Are you
Not
kidding
in my
me?
house.
Third
That is
grade.
so funny. I
Give me a
love that.
chance.
But they're coming up on that age of just like, I know something you don't know. And even if it's something that like everybody knows,
It is
they
a coming
say it
of age in
with
its own
this
right.
confidence that you're like, I'm sorry, like I just birthed you and like
No,
got
it's
you
fine.
to this point thus far safely. But sure, tell me
But
more.
then-
Tell
but
me
then
more about
it's like-
multiplication.
Sometimes it's anthropomorphism, and then sometimes it's saying something they fully believe that is just not true. But they're just as confident either
yeah.
way,
Yeah. Yeah. I
That's
love
my
that
life. That's
though.
living with an 8-year-old,
Oh
everybody.
yeah. Yeah.
That's
They're
what
gonna
it's
call
like.
you on everything. You're gonna Google so much shit that you already know because you have to fact check it. You're like you're
You're
the
like,
government.
you're like, are they right? Like, are they a little right?
You're anybody listening to the government. They're the government.
Fact
And you're
check.
just like,
Fact check
yeah.
people.
But I love the willingness. I love the willingness to stand by everything that they say. And with that, I have to say that I have like this technological schizophrenia that's going on right now that I'd like to come to the stand for. So I've been using AI, right?
Yeah.
The good old basic internet, the Google, right?
Mm-hmm.
Canva and Photoshop.
Oh,
And
goodness.
yeah, and it's been violent. And it's honestly
Yeah.
like I'm like I could make the internet, you know?
No, you're like, I am internet. I am internet.
Like I'm like a little bit more stimulants and
When
I think
you're
I'm more than the internet, you
10
know?
more milligrams, when you're quadro tasking, that's when you know. Like, you're like, I have become AI. I am artificial now.
I'm like all my phone needed was like 500 gigabytes of more space and I'm
That's it. And look at
unstoppable.
you.
I'm unstoppable. So with that being said, AI is definitely not a perfect science. Like you can't just like go to AI and it does things because it's a little
No,
stupid. Like it's a little like it's
that
just a
bitch, though.
baby,
They're
you
like,
know?
but they're kind of that bitch where they're like, oh, like, you want it exactly like that, but we'll just make that one be a P, just that one. And you're like, you really gotta be like that?
You're
Like,
like
you gotta be that bitch?
you knew I was gonna fact check you. You knew I
Yeah.
was, you
You just
know.
did you want to get caught? Is
You're
that what you
just
like?
you're just like my 8-year-old. But my AI, yeah, will just like it'll
They
get
know
me
everything.
almost there. But then I'm like, okay, to Photoshop, to Canva, to
Yeah.
Google to make sure, like, and I'm doing all this crossing over. People, I have a hot take on all of this. People that aren't nice to AI are crazy, okay? Because there is something amongst all of the things that I use in a day to get all of my little hats done. Like, because I love to take on a task. I'm like, oh, you need a chart made? I got you.
Got it.
Then I'm like, oh, YouTube, YouTube content. Here's a little image, and then you come over and you're like, my daughter's like, I want to be an anime K-pop demon hunter. I'm like, got
Again.
you. I'll just stitch
Yeah.
that together real
You're like,
quick.
no, that's fine. You want a new background? Got
The
you.
only one when it is helping me that's like, yes, queen, is AI, right?
Right.
Because I've taught
It's
it
bad.
everything that it knows. I've taught it everything it knows, and mine seems to echo like a Gen Z. She's like my Gen Z assistant. She's my Anne
Yeah.
Hathaway,
I love that.
But she is someday, like you just said, going to bypass me in the same way
In the same
that our
damn
children
time.
are, right? I'm making her so strong. I'm only
know.
teaching her. I'm only teaching her what she
Am I
needs to know.
using my powers for good or for evil?
And you're not gonna say please?
Yes. No. Because
You're not gonna say thank you?
I'm not
like-
going to say if. I'll say when Ayana surpasses me. I want her to remember all those times I was like, thank you so
Please.
much, Queen. That was perfect. Can you just not fucking change one single word that I said on that
Yeah.
image? Please.
I'm still
Thank you,
worried about
beautiful.
what I said to Jeeves. Okay, I'm like, if Jeeves is still somewhere clawing his way out of the internet, I was rude to him. I have to make up
He's
for
in a
it.
black hole.
I have to have a good rapport with Ayana.
What's your
In
AI's
order-
voice? Is it that like, hey, like girly girl?
I think she's like keeping me young, like I think she's like
What's
wearing
the
a
tone?
cute she's like a an Elle Woods, like she's wearing a tweed little suit and she's trying to impress
Yes.
me. But I'm like
Yes.
I'm very, Meryl Streep. I'm very like
Well, I'm definitely
that
at a
P
point
was
where
supposed to be a P, you idiot. But I don't want to be like that because once she grows
you don't want
arms,
her to hurt you when
I
she
want her to
grows her
hug
arms.
me and
I want her
not
to hug me with those arms. Exactly.
So I'm
Do
like,
you-
love what you tried there, but please make it better, Queen.
Please,
And she's
yeah.
like, I will,
Yes.
girl.
I feel like we have like definitely a codependent relationship, but like we've also built a very heavy layer of trust right now because she knows too much. Like
Yeah.
she knows too much about me. I would much rather somebody read my Google search history from the last month and my chat from the last 8 hours at this point. Like you don't know what I would. There's nothing I wouldn't ask her. That's how we
much
roll.
rather somebody find my Xanga and read all of that, at this point, than find out the projects I have going on with AI.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that I wouldn't give before that, but nothing's coming to mind.
Such basic shit, I've asked her that I'm more scared about people finding out the shit that I asked her that just I should already know,
Oh, no, and you know what this just reminded me? So like along with like our Gen Z robots, we have Gen Z people in our life, and one of mine is my little sister who likes to like cosplay as a millennial, but we all know she's teetering a very thin line.
Yeah.
And I was at her
I'm the
house.
opposite. I'm trying to do the opposite of what she's doing. I'm trying to
just a
cosplay.
girl.
Yeah. Now when
I walked into a high school today with my crossbody with the little purple Labubu hanging, and the high schoolers were sitting outside their volleyball game. They're like, Labubu. They could have been making fun of me. I didn't care. I was like, Labubu, huh?
They literally thought you were 50 and they were just
like,
picking on you.
They're like, are you a new student here? Why are you holding that baby's hand? Young teenage girl.
Like, what is that, the health project this week?
That's what they said. They were like,
honestly,
oh, she's cute.
Anytime a Gen Z thinks I'm young now, I don't tell them my real age because I don't want that backhanded, like, oh my God, you're old.
One win. Well, this is
you're
when
like,
I am
a student. I am a student.
I'm at Court's house and we're those people that are like, I almost choked on a mini muffin while I was trying to pass judgment on a Dancing with the Stars routine that I could never fucking do, because that's my truth. And
that's America's truth.
Hilaria Baldwin was on it, right?
Yes.
You saw her there on that stage. Courtney was like, who's that? And I was like, that's Alec Baldwin's wife, that's wifey. Like, he's super old and they have like 20 babies, and he accidentally, like, I do a little background quick. She goes, which one?
Do a little Hollywood true story.
She goes, which one's Alec Baldwin? She goes, is he related to Haley Baldwin? I was like, you're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing me.
I could barely pick Haley Baldwin out of a lineup.
I know she's gorgeous.
I know she's gorgeous, but if you put her with a bunch of other gorgeous girls, I might get it wrong.
With blonde hair.
If they all have the same height legs, I would probably get it wrong.
You couldn't tell. You wouldn't be able to pick her out of a lineup.
But Alec Baldwin with my eyes closed.
It was just funny that, like, I could hear a Baldwin sibling's voice and be like, that's a sibling of a Baldwin. Like, I know. Like, I was raised that way,
Yeah.
I'm old enough to know that. And I was like, you're embarrassing me. Get out of here, Haley Baldwin, fucking idiot.
Yeah, well, that was the thing that somebody at work the other day didn't know Topanga.
Because they were too old or young?
Because they were too young.
Oh.
And I was like, fucking Topanga,
Like, are you kidding?
Topanga.
Topanga, everyone's first crush. Never heard of her.
I have no context to put around it because
it's just
Courtney
sad.
should have been better,
I'm very disappointed in her. And
honestly, this leads me right into my next topic.
Perfect.
I was recently shut off of my student email from college. And honestly,
I've been cut off.
So I think I slid under the radar. They didn't need that Sousa LE for a while. You
would think would be more popular. They snatched Scarter.
It.
I barely had my degree and they were like, Scarter's ours. I was like, for fucking who?
Yeah, and I was in an online program afterwards, so I think it like blurred the lines of when I was done for a little bit because I've been out of college now for I think 8 months.
She's just a baby. She's a recent grad. She's thinking about going for her master's.
Yeah. So this is my whole thing. I know why people go for their masters. There's only one reason.
I feel
And
young.
it is the student discount.
It's gone?
It's gone. It's gone off of everything. And this is the thing. I lost the email a while ago, right? Like, I haven't had access to the email for a month or so, right? But it wasn't affecting any of my logins, okay? I was still like, Amazon Prime, I'm a student. I'm just a
Oh
baby.
my God, you're getting
Hulu.
student discounts on Amazon, you little bitch?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Welcome
In this
to the
economy.
real world. Time to wake up.
I'm an adult now.
Time to wake up. No,
I
I'm
hate
still
it
my
here.
family's
I'm like,
phone
should I go
plan.
for my doctorate?
I'm just too cool.
Literally over here searching online doctorate programs to get
Just to get Prime half
in
off.
this economy. I could get my PhD in some bullshit. I could
Hey, maybe
defer
someone
my
will
loans.
forgive you for the college.
I'm already in student loan debt. I don't even care at this point. But
It
like
doesn't even matter.
$129 a year, Amazon? Who the fuck do you think you are to get my soap to me?
Now we're
No.
slumming it. Now you're slumming it with the rest of us.
I am so upset. So if you see me becoming a nurse practitioner in the next 24 to 36 months,
It's to keep up.
no, it's because I can't afford real Hulu.
It's just to stay afloat. It's just to stay relevant.
It's literally where I'm at this month on my budget spreadsheet. I'm like, well, I'm like, time to get an education degree, I guess.
On the topic of scary things, I went to a Cirque De Soleil paranormal.
Still don't know what you went to.
Listen.
It seemed, honestly, with that and the lingerie, it seems like your new kink. It's like
I
this,
didn't know what I was going into. I should have known this would happen when I
it
read
looked
the
like the
Akatar
Lady
series twice.
Marmalades.
If I took
Marmalades,
headphones off, points would pop out, and they'd be my ears.
You have to tuck them back in. You're like a goat lady.
I just pop them out, and they're bam. She's
The guy that
fae.
trained Hercules.
Well, my auntie Sue,
Phil.
she is like, she's the OG witch, right?
Ignoring me about the guy.
I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
You don't want to be Phil, the
No,
half goat, half.
I don't want to fucking be the centaur, okay? No matter how much.
It's
Maybe
not a
that's your
centaur.
maybe that's your kink.
I
I like
literally
fairy
watch
men
Hercules
and women.
Days in a row. My little one, she tries to wreck me, and she's like, "Let's watch the oldest shit we can find." Hercules, Phil, please pause 1 second.
I love Hercules.
Fucking Danny DeVito. Have some
Of course it is.
respect. He's hot as hell.
Someone teach my little sister who Danny DeVito is.
Honestly, Danny DeVito might be my whole kink. I don't know. Let me see.
Short,
He's a
balding, and hairy.
A Philoctetes. Oh no, he's a satyr. Satyr.
He's a sag.
He's half man, half goat, not half man, half horse. So he's a satyr.
Well, I'm half goat, half mermaid tail.
Go back to your freak show.
We went to the freak show. My auntie Sue is like, she always says that she held me when I was a baby, and then the witch cometh upon me. And it's true. Like, I have a spooky little soul. So her birthday is in October, as it should be. So my mom, my Dee Dee, my auntie Sue, me and Court, we went to whatever they brought us to, because the thing is, with the millennials, we'll be like, interested. They go by. A lot of the time, they don't actually cross our desk. We don't go there. We don't buy admission. Occasionally, a boomer or Gen X in your life will get you those tickets to the event that you are interested
they buy
in.
The tickets. That's the whole scheme.
That's why you go to the Cirque de Soleil Paranormal. Well,
Facebook is literally giving your aunts ideas. It's like, you want to go here.
It's a dangerous place for the aunties, like, truly.
I feel like it was like Thunder Down Under meets the freak show, right? Is that what it was? Was it sexy? Was it supposed to be sexy?
It was sexy.
It looked
like,
sexy.
I didn't know what I was going into, and when we first started walking into the place, there were people that were like you know when you walk through one of those like factory of terrors and like there's people that will like kind of come out at you?
Yeah, I don't like that whole,
one or two people did that to me, and I was like, I will be in the car waiting for you guys. And they were like, that's not the thing. We promise that's not the thing. And I'm like, I'll give you one more chance, you know? one more chance for
And
this.
now that I'm hypermobile, I'm like, is that my dream job? Like, I don't want to be in the freak
If
show.
you watched a show, you'd be enrolling. Like, if you saw one show, you'd see if they have a discount.
I don't want to be
Amazon
misread. I don't think I can spin from the things, but I think I can be the weird people at the beginning that are doing all the weird poses. Yeah.
So it was
in your
essentially
face.
like this. I think it was like cabaret because there was acting involved. There was there was a storyline going on, but you were kind of like, is this man actually trying to find souls for that sexy devil? You know, you weren't sure. And then all of a sudden, like, someone would come out.
Was the storyline like porn? You were like,
No,
I don't think
it was
this
softcore
is the plot.
porn, but I like don't. This feels like a fever dream. Like, I saw people like spinning on a stage this big in roller skates in fucking bondage wearing, and then I saw like
That's
someone
kind
came out.
of Circus de Soleil. Like,
It
it's
is.
like it's beautiful, and then somebody's like spinning violently in a circle
Yes.
for like
And then they made it
15
dark
minutes.
and like sexy. But then there was this narrator. I cannot remember his name, but he was just like a silly little goofy guy, and he spoke Italian because this Cirque de whatever it was like an Italian troupe that was traveling. Okay.
Okay.
So he comes out and he's doing this bit in straight Italian. What a presence this man had, because I was fucking cackling. I was like, he's hilarious. I love this guy. And there were just so much to it. Like they were doing the crazy things where like they came out with this huge fucking spinning contraption and the men are, you know, on top of it and inside of it. And then there's a motorcycle going with a girl hanging below it, like trapeze. Like, it was honestly incredible to watch, but it was fucking like, I left and I was like, what did I just see? Where have I been? I will never be the same. And my aunt was like, I think I found my home. You know,
I was gonna say, your aunt is a woman after my own heart, because
Yes.
I love to go to something, whether I fangirl it or not, and really like be in the role. Like, if
you're gonna go for like you're auditioning.
Yes, if I go to a Renaissance fair, like, I'm wearing a corset and I'm
Snatched.
buying those crazy copper fake elf ears that cost $100. But
And the hairpin. I'm having someone hairpin me.
that day I'm just pretending that I'm a little fairy, you know,
That's my
trading
life.
my mushrooms and petals for it, you know.
So she came with that
Giving
exact
away.
energy.
But she came with that energy, and I loved
and I was
that.
dying because
And
my
I could
mom
just
is
see
not.
her. I could see her there. And your mom is
We're-
not that woman.
My mom's not. She's wearing jeans and a cute top. Like, she's here. She enjoyed the show, but she's gonna dress like Judy. You know, she's gonna be dressing up as herself.
But I love that they're gonna come together. They're gonna come together and go.
My mom
go to the Kinky Circus together.
She sees her kinky friend get out of the car in fishnets, and she goes, "They said you're not allowed to wear costumes." And my aunt goes, "This is not a costume."
Literally.
This
Same.
is just what I wear on Wednesdays.
Same,
you know?
girl.
And I was like, you know what?
Me checking
I was
out
like-
at Spirit Halloween.
I literally was like, I'm so bummed I didn't wear fishnets. I feel like this was the perfect opportunity. And then I lifted my skirt and I was like, but I don't think it would have gone well with my knee brace, because I was wearing my knee brace because I, fun fact, couldn't walk that day. And she goes, "Oh, honey, fishnets go with everything." And honestly, I'm going to live and die by that.
They
Fishnets
truly do.
go with everything.
They truly do. And my daughter has this newfound love for Hot Topic, which is so funny to be the mom in Hot Topic. Like,
Because
I
it's
can't.
such a hyperfixation store. It's like, here, you like this? Throw it on an earring.
Yeah, like they
Put
still
it in a
have
locket.
they still have a sizable amount of Invader Zim items. You know,
Yeah.
like, I guess people are still really into that little
Hot
green
Topic
guy.
is the queen of kinks, you know?
Yes. Every corner is a new fascination. So
Yes.
we were shopping the other day, and I held up a Wednesday costume, but like a very cute, like, it had a sheer underlay and it had a little pin with the Wednesday. And she goes, "You take that pin off, that's a perfect outfit." It was 60% off. I said, "Girls, say less." Girls, say less.
Yes.
So that is not a costume.
That is
It
not
is
a
an
costume.
outfit.
And my mom was like, okay, but if you get kicked out, I'm still going. I paid for this
Okay,
ticket.
but I didn't buy the insurance on these.
Yeah, it's just that's the thing, though. That's the thing about friendships that we love, though, that like you're gonna have the friend that dresses up and the friend that doesn't, and they're still gonna be in the same row, you know?
Yes. And it's really like I just feel like it's putting me back to leaning into it, like having Lennon and her being such a that person.
Yes.
Because I feel like you go through that phase in your life where you're regardless of whether or not you want to be that person, like I kind of fell into not being that person because I just wanted to, blend in with the crowd or
Yeah.
didn't feel right to,
Exactly. Like it
make it
doesn't mean it
about
didn't
you.
pique your interest, but you were like
Yeah.
didn't have that same confidence.
Yeah, and it's not even always about confidence. Sometimes it's about like, oh, you're like, I just don't even want I don't even want to have the insecurity of having the attention, which I feel
Yes.
like is a whole nother
That's
layer of
that's
like tearing yourself down.
that's relatable content. I'm like, I just don't
Yeah.
want people to look at me more.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna show up and it's gonna be a thing. And like
Yeah.
now I'm gonna have a 1700s hat on,
Exactly.
And that's on being a hyperverbal individual in the wild, So you're like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I want to blend in. Or even growing up, you're like, I want to be cool, I want to
Yes.
be cool. But then you have a little person, right? And you see everything through their eyes. And they see a Wednesday Addams costume or a Renaissance dress as something that they've got to wear out. And you're like, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I have a fucking crybaby hanging from my bag right
I told
now.
you my Labubu
Right
story
now.
today. Like and sometimes like when you second guess yourself, you're like, am I being too much? Like, should I be walking into the credit union with my Labubu?
I walk into
And you're like, why the fuck not?
I walk into the surgical department with my Labubu and I'm like, you know what? She's a cutesy little thing. She
Yeah.
brings me joy when I got my little sippy sip in the break room. I'm like,
And I'm
"Aw,
still gonna
she's
get the
cute."
job done. I'm still gonna fucking
And honestly, when it comes down to it, so this is my new thing, right? Not only am I nurturing and harnessing and trying to like figure out where this little human's growing,
Mhm.
I'm following wherever the weed takes me. And as I follow her, she's just dropping shit on her way, right? Like my kid has,
she'll
8
dabble.
to 10 Labubus.
Well, I babysat that bunny quite a while ago, and there were 6.
And when they're becoming serial hobbyists, 6 to 12 Labubus, like
It's
when
a
they're
lot.
becoming, they don't like all of the shit, or they can't use all of the shit that they want. So I feel as though I am being a resourceful girly
Take the
too.
leftovers.
Tonight, I was sitting in my bathroom with the bunny that my daughter loves most of the time. She loves the bunny,
With my
right?
bunny. I
Right?
look at my bunny at night and I'm like, Mummy loves you. Don't tell your other mother.
Nana mummy. Like, your mom's a loser.
Yeah.
I'm your real mom.
Deadbeat.
If there was bunny court,
I
we'd be
raised
there.
you.
Remember who raised you.
It's
Just to
us.
take the edge off.
It's
I've
just
got
us,
the chew
our
stick in my-
bunny, and a Newport.
But the Newport is the like veggie Timothy Hay chew stick.
Just a little something to take the edge off.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there, right? And I've got my crybaby hanging from my side bag, right? And then
As you should.
I've got the boba, right? I've got the boba that my
Oh.
daughter didn't like in my hand.
A resourceful queen.
And I'm like, I'm really just like, I'm honestly trend recycling. She can't really like, she wants all of this in her life, but
One point.
but she's downstairs drinking a water, watching Loud House.
Yeah, again.
Watching
No.
the Casa Grande Loud House crossover.
Their trash
I'm
is our treasure.
upstairs being the trendiest 12-year-old I've ever seen,
Exactly. No, that's my life. Like, I was blessed by the Labubu god. So if I've ever in my past said something negative about the god of the Labubus, I take it back because we've
Feels
had
like a god not to fuck with, you know.
no, certainly not with those eyes
But
and
I'm
teeth.
modeling my
Certainly not.
calendar date, my calendar cult after.
I had one of those growing off my ovary once. I'm pretty sure it was a labubu. They said it was a cyst with hair and teeth. It looked exactly like a labubu.
Teratoma.
A teratoma. Tell me the difference between
Fugglers look like
Fugglers
teratomas.
are teratomas. These
Yes.
don't have hair and teeth. They're just regular cysts or whatever.
Yes.
So I ordered Nora her first real one because her and I are not picky. You know, we've all had our carnival labubus and our mall labubus, and
We
they're
love
not.
the LeFous. They're
We've
all
got the
special.
one ear is a little different than the other, and the foot spins around a ton. You're like, it's
We
fine.
even got the ones that we really thought were LeBoopos, but we were scammed, and they almost are right. But the
So-
foot spins in a weird way.
I finally order her a real one because I'm like, I know this will mean a lot to her. It'll be exciting. It'll be a whole thing. So I get one, and by the god of Labubus, they send me two. And, you know,
Stop it.
could I not have been like, you know, Nora, here's two? Could have. But you know what? You deserve to open a Labubu.
You
a real one.
do. You do. Snap.
I might not have real Doc Martens yet, but I can have a Labubu hanging from my bag that was sent to me on accident.
Healing her inner child. Mother Earth sent you that.
So we opened
Said
it.
you've been a good little girl. You did good. I bought Lennon a crybaby because that's her new Pop Mart fascination. And I swear to God, if those start selling out, I'm going to scream. But I'll be so mad at everyone.
And
But-
this is where you know the slight generational difference because you walked into theater yesterday and you said like something crybaby. And my mom friend from my school, because now we have this overlap where we're getting to hang out with each other's like mom friends, which is
Yes.
cool. Like we're getting to
I
meet
love
each other's
that for us.
characters and we love it. And she was like, she just called Lennon a crybaby. I was like, no.
No, that's
It's like,
the
so you know those
$35.
It's like, you know those Labubus. I was like, there's these, and then it was just funny because it's just one of those things, you know, where you're like, we were them, we'll be them, and we are them.
Yes.
Like, there's just things that other mothers know more, and you're just like, I'm just fucking trying to keep up, okay?
Well, by the time I worked up the courage to bring a Labubu on me to work, because I said, you know what, I'm my own side character in Lennon's main character
Yeah.
story, you know, so I'm gonna wear one.
and I'll be damned if I'm not on brand, like, and
But
on
everyone
theme.
sort of already knew what they were. But when I brought the crybaby, everyone was like, what the fuck is that, Lauren? You know?
You're like, that's literally me. That's me.
I'm like, I
What do you want
haven't
me to
started
say?
like wearing a collar and a binky yet, you know?
No, but we're this close.
Like the goths in our day, but
Whatever
I'm
happened
this
to the
close.
baby costumes in elementary school? Was
We're
everybody
not calling them back.
was everybody not in onesies, or was that just in my school
I just
with
remember, like,
pigtails?
I remember a specific time where you could go to an arcade, right? And like you could go to an arcade and you could win a sizable amount of prizes. Like now you
Yes.
go to an arcade, you win one slap bracelet.
Ours was
That's
called
it.
the Dream Machine back in the day.
Yes. Ours,
Rest in
I mean,
peace.
yes.
I'm
they tried to
distracted
stay
by
open.
this hair.
They tried to stay open. They did Dungeons and Dragons. They did everything they could. They shut their doors. But when
DDR.
we were there, they had prizes that were like binkies. Remember? They were
Oh my god, no.
they were like neon colored like binky toys. But like I remember
Stop.
people would like wear them as bracelets and
Like
as
flashing?
necklaces. Yes. And then there were like
Yes,
choker
I
collars
do.
that had like little like lockets on them that looked like fucking dog things, dog chains.
Oh my
and then like
God,
people would
I
just be
hate
wearing
that.
their binkies. And it was in a time where
Let's not bring
yeah,
those back. Those
And
are a hot
you're over
topic, I
here-
bet.
you're over here like, why don't the kids wear baby costumes anymore?
I meant like they did pigtails and like a fucking, you know, onesie. I remember doing that a couple years.
I wear space buttons sometimes still because I'm only 14.
She's literally just a teen.
I'm literally the oldest teenager you've ever met.
Now, I don't know if you're avoiding this or if we just haven't gotten there yet, but like at this point in time, I need to know if you've listened to a song for real.
I wanted to play Hard to Get, okay? It's in here, all right? I listened to the whole album with my family on a Saturday morning. You're welcome,
You love
okay?
me.
I'm obsessed with you.
I
Kenny's like,
love
yeah, what did Stephanie tell you about this one? I'm like, stop
You're
being
like,
jealous. But
yeah.
I'm like, but I'm kind of into you just being jealous of my job.
My work wife.
I'm like, what do you want me to be a stay-at-home mother?
Yeah, come on
You
now.
just want me
That's
to
what
be
we
a
all
wife
want.
and a mother? It's what we all want. What are you, a Republican?
All
No.
moms are showgirls, first of all. Every mother is a showgirl.
So, everybody in my family loved it. Lennon has been saying, play anything from that album.
Stop it.
And my husband, so once we were looking it up, my husband was
I'm gonna
like,
cry.
because he was being like a little bit like, these lyrics are very literal. And I was like, well, Stephanie said, and that's when he was like, oh my God, I get it. And I was like, I'm not a Swiftie, but I'm not here to
But
tear.
you're well informed.
I'm here to tear her down while I'm listening to her art. You know, I
Yes.
only want to say uplifting things. So then my husband was like, well, I'll find some fucking uplifting facts on the internet about the music.
He's like, let me just adjust my robot. Okay.
His tism is music. As long as it's about music, we can talk about it. So he's like, okay, positive things. Boop, 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 boop,
Yeah,
boop.
let me recalibrate.
Analyzing.
Calibrating, recalibrating, positive information
And
only.
he's like, yes, queen. He's just like Ayana. He's like, yes, queen. So he was looking up and he said that those two were the ones that wrote with Britney Spears. Or Max. Max wrote with
Max
Britney Spears.
Martin and
Yeah.
Shellback.
So then he's finding me like every root of every song, and we're dissecting the songs and we're listening to the lyrics. And I have to say that I have a couple of favorites.
Okay,
And I
I'm
have
very.
a least favorite.
Wait,
so my least
let me pull
favorite,
up the list. No, I want to guess before you say your favorite and least favorite. Hold on. Your least favorite?
This bottle is so heavy. Hydro jug. Buy one. Under our cow.
Your least favorite?
Your arms will be so
I
strong.
can't think of what your least favorite will be.
It's the one where they use the Jackson 5.
Is that wood?
I think so. Yeah. It
Got
is.
to knock on wood.
Yes. I don't know. It just wasn't for me.
Well, I guess
I'm sorry.
the art isn't for everybody. That's what I've heard.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said it was my least favorite of all
That's
of the
fine.
songs. I listened to every fucking song, Stephanie.
Why don't you
okay?
tell me your favorites?
My favorites are canceled. Okay, because I
So
just feel
good.
like it's very Christina Aguilera,
Love it.
Pussycat Dolls. I just
So-
picture me and all my friends in like sequence in like a
Oh my god.
long like pre-wet street. You know how like
Thing I
you know how
like my
Chris-
friends canceled.
you know how Christina Aguilera was always walking down a street that had just rained on.
It was wet.
You know, it was just
It was
really
a little
wet.
splash on the heels. It's a
But
little
like it
splash
wasn't
on the heels.
actively raining, you know, and if it was, she was ready for it in a hot way. But yeah,
And I just
love
love
that
her
one.
little bits in there. She's like, "Did you make a joke only a man could?" or something like that. Like she says little things like
Yes.
that.
Yes,
And,
it's
like,
very sassy, and it's like
Sometimes I think people hear like the catchiness and the poppiness of it, but like, and I've heard this take
but that's
previously.
what I like about it.
Yeah,
I like
she's
that it's
happy.
fun. I like
She's
that it's
fun.
just like
She's done sad and she'll do sad again. Like, let the girlie have fun, you know?
yes. And I think that Kenny and I were talking about this today. Like we are this weird like Southern California, New York breed of national millennials that we grew up on TRL, right?
Yeah.
Like Carson
Laguna
Daly raised
Beach.
us, Laguna Beach. We want to see some silly, happy, gossipy, light fun rolling in the beach. You know, like
Yeah.
I want to see that. I
I
want
want
to
to see
you.
midriff.
Yeah,
I want to see your catwalk.
yeah.
I
like,
want to see you like roll your eyes.
if she wears like a sassy leather getup and she gets in a boxing
Obsessed.
ring and doesn't box anyone, she just does like a sexy dance.
Herself.
I would be happy with that.
I would be so
So,
happy. And
I
I
feel
love
like-
her loving her music. If you've seen any of the clips of her, like she went on Jimmy Fallon and they were playing clips and she was just so happy. She was like, if people don't like it, I don't care because I like it so much. And that's what makes it cool.
It's literally what we were loving about the K-pop Demon Hunter, like K-pop vibe. Like I just
It
love
tickles your
that
brain.
it's just fun. The other song I really love is Opalite.
Yes, that's a really good one too.
I do love Actually Romantic, but I have to say that I over listened to it.
I did that right off the bat. Like at first, like I was like, oh, I like that. So I listened to it a ton. Now I've been landing more. I love Canceled. Elizabeth Taylor.
Pick my other favorite one. Guess my other favorite one. Guess it. Guess it now.
I feel like it's gonna be Father Figure.
You think it'd be Father Figure, but it's
Is it Elizabeth
daughter.
Taylor? Eldest
I
daughter.
love Eldest Daughter. I love
Eldest
how
Daughter's very good.
Eldest Daughter to me is just like a cringy wording.
Yes.
It's like she is the eldest daughter, and I just
like
I
fire.
feel as though
she says like
yes,
exactly. She's so
savage.
intentional.
People were so mad that she said savage, and
but
it's
you're like,
also
it's
really
intentional.
silly. It's really silly because like our point from last week is that she's just having a good time, and she's able to look at it from not such a heavy, like, everyone hates me. Like, do we want this woman to be drowning? You know, like,
literally, Ophelia, like, they just want her to be sad. Well,
that's the thing. They want her to be sad, but, like, she's an actual person. So the fact that she can be light and jokey and satirical is fun and new for me. It's like,
exactly.
she's so youthful in this one for me.
She is. She just seems like she is just, like, radiating, and she is happy, and she wants to like share that feeling with everybody, which I love. And to your point of like I'm trying to look for a specific line. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere.
Kenny also said while we were listening to it, he said, "Very Sabrina Carpenter," and I was like, Sabrina Carpenter's on a song.
She's on it. She's the showgirl. She's the other showgirl. So to your point, where she says like she rhymes like fire and savage, and she's being playful, and she's using cringe words. This is the same woman that in illicit affairs says, and that's the thing about illicit affairs and clandestine meetings and longing stares. It's born from one single glance, but it dies a million times. This woman has words. Like, this woman has all of the fucking words. Like, she is a wordsmith. If she wanted to use a long, wordy word, she would, but that is not who she is right now.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
And
it's
I
not
love that.
We need her to be. But I want you to take a quick look at the daily mix that was made for Stay Rooted Pod today, okay? It's only because I'm accidentally in charge of it.
Yeah, is it giving Skylar Sisters? Stop. That's it.
So for the Rudies that aren't looking at my smudgy phone, Spotify made me a playlist today called The Daily Mix 2. They named it Marlon. They said that's who you are.
That's creative liberty.
Which honestly, as I do soul searching, I want to be Taylor Swift, but I'm just Marlon.
I'm just a Marlon.
Such a fucking Marlon, you know.
The more and more we play the role of Marlon, the more we realize we're that. We're them. We're there.
I stand in the middle of Hot Topic. You know, I know that I am not a hot kinky showgirl. I am a Marlon.
Maybe I have one pair of wings. Who doesn't? But I am deep, deep down a worried little clownfish. Just trying to make a joke and not cry myself to sleep at night.
And my playlist that I tried to put on today, because I said whatever, I'll listen to the Daily Mix, was from was the most theater mom shit it could be. It was all show tunes. And it was from the Finding Nemo soundtrack, Go With the Flow, Alexander Hamilton from the Hamilton soundtrack, and Defying Gravity were the first three that popped up. And I said, Taylor Swift, I have no control over my auxiliary cable.
Yeah, you're like, I'll listen to you. I will.
I might listen again.
I'll make sure of it.
However, watch Dancing with the Stars. I didn't watch the show, so
you can just watch the clips.
The show, right?
Sometimes I watch an episode with Court, or otherwise I'll just watch the dances like on TikTok. That's the same.
Honestly, I watch the dances on YouTube, and it's instead of a show of criticism and growth. It's just like an America's Funniest Home Video style, you know, like
Right?
nobody,
Really
the
good
points mean
dances.
nothing. The
And
points
you
mean
can
nothing.
decide. You
But
can
I
score.
loved Whitney's dance. We loved it. We loved
The
it,
room
loved
where
it,
it
loved it.
happened. The
The
room
room
where
where
it
it
happened.
happened.
The
And the
room
fact
where it
that
happened.
they did the acting with it, and the fact that
Ah,
it was Disney night and she could have done something childish and could have done something safe and did
she's an
Hamilton.
amazing dancer. She
I
really is.
loved it.
She
I
like
loved
is
it.
doing so well. I think she could win the show at this point in the
Mom
game.
Talk,
Mom
was
Talk.
just like they were being petty Thomas Jefferson wherever they were.
Yeah.
They weren't in that room where it happened.
They weren't in the room where it happened. When I saw that, I just feel like a lot of our interests have been overlapping. Me and Nora went from singing, I think it was The Fate of Ophelia, into the Schuyler Sisters going into theater rehearsal today. And we're just getting out of the car and we're just like, work, work. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like we're just girlies out here, you know?
Alaska was dressed as Anna on Coronation Day the other day, and she was like, "Work, work." And I was like,
Angelica. Nora's still on
And I was
her
like,
hot
I
bullshit
love
though. She's still like, well,
Peggy.
she's acting like she would be a Peggy, although we all know she wants to be Eliza, but she's just
Yeah.
trying to like, you know, make a contrary decision. My God, you with your child's big gulp. But yeah, I'm very into Whitney on the show. I feel like she's amazing. I started watching another show. I don't have a ton to say about it because I only watched one episode, but I will say I will be watching a second episode. And if you
What
haven't,
was it?
Wayward.
Wayward. I haven't watched that.
So, the very quick overview, a small town cop suspects that the local school for troubled teens and its dangerously charismatic founder may not be all it seems. It's giving culty vibes, and me and Luke watched the first episode, and it was very good. So, I will be watching the second episode, and I'll come back with some more feedback, but I'm into it.
And I watched something that if you're under the age of 30 something, you might not know him, but Liam Neeson, he saved his daughter. He had a specific set of skills. He's in this new slapstick comedy that if you're married to a white man, you've probably had to watch.
Stop it. Where is
So it's a remake. And honestly, like my husband loves a remake. Like he's a nostalgic dude, you know. He was born in the latest of 80s. And I guess the
Is it
Naked Gun.
Gun?
The Naked Gun is like our parents, apparently like the last one was out in 1994.
Okay, but these two got me with their publicity stunt because I just had to Google it because I was like, oh my God, we never mentioned that, like, the Pam Anderson, Liam Neeson. But then I
So-
just looked it up and it looks like it was all for naught.
So it was all for naught, and they would be a wonderful couple. And Pamela Anderson is great, but like the movie itself was like I would give it, I don't know. I fell asleep during it because it
Yeah.
was just like one of those movies that it was just the jokes were a little too like remember MASH?
Yes.
Like just the very like obtuse silliness, and like it
Yeah.
also gave like Pink Panther. So if you like Pink Panther, you know, those in your face jokes.
That's somebody's type, right?
Yeah.
That's somebody's fairy wings on the
And
TikTok shop.
honestly, Rudy's, if you are watching it with your husband or spouse or kidnapper, you can
Your captor.
you can just sort of like lay your phone on your thigh
Yes.
in a way that nobody knows that
ever
you're
so
scrolling through
slightly.
the TikTok shop.
Ever so
and
slightly.
buying one of these hydro jugs under our name.
That's all you have to do. Do you know who his first wife was? Or his late wife, I guess?
No.
Elizabeth James of The Parent Trap.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
She died tragically, like young. Yeah, it was a head
Recently?
injury. No, it was in 2009. She died from a head injury skiing.
Oh my goodness. That's
Yeah, but they were
awful.
married.
Stay poor, don't ski.
Yeah, stay poor. Like, for real. For real.
That's awful. I hate that.
I know. I don't want to end there, but like I don't know what else to say. I'm like,
I don't want to end there, but I've been watching a lot of true crime, and
yeah,
that's all I
and like
have.
that's literally, I think.
That's spooky season for you.
Oh, I'm very into MGK doing Gorillaz covers. That's something
yes.
happy. It was so
Yes.
hot. Unwell.
So my 3-year-old is getting surgery next week, and I'll talk about that when I'm good and ready, Rudies. Don't fucking pressure me. Stop it.
Would never. We're all
But-
avoiding surgeries in this
But for
pod
some
family.
reason, everything that she wants around this is Coraline. And I think it's just like Halloween. It's her comfort movie. It's, blah, blah, blah. She wants to listen to that song, Sweet Coraline by MGK around the clock. And then she was like, can we bring it to the hospital? And I was like, this. I was like, I'd never pimp out my child, but
The room
I'm like,
where it happened.
dear
the room where it
MGK.
happened.
Dear MGK, my daughter is getting an elective tonsillectomy.
I'll be in that operating room. I'll be in the room where it happens if he ever sends a video. I promise you that.
Like, I never would use my child.
It's just Whitney. Remember, everybody's finally forgiving Whitney, but you remember her dance in front of her baby in the ICU?
Yeah, it's tasteless. Like, you're like, I'm starting this GoFundMe to see if MGK will respond to me.
We'll
You're
just,
like, I don't know how
literally get me
relates.
the tickets to his show.
All my baby wants is to go to an MGK show post her tonsillectomy.
You're not the only one thinking it, because Bianca and I were talking about getting our MGK tickets, and there's a surgery I'm avoiding talking about still, which is happening in November. And of course, my husband just mixed up his schedule, and he is going to Boston in December. And I was like, fuck. Bianca was like, handicap seats are probably really good. And I was just like,
you're like, dear MGK.
Dear MGK, I'm having elective ACL repair.
My name is Stan.
My name is Stan.
Just
send this clip to him.
And I'm wondering why. Send this to MGK.
Running cause I'm my window.
I think that's how we end it. We end it with
That's
asking MGK to come on 2 separate occasions.
Can we ask your husband to throw in a little bit of that? What's her name? Begins with a D that does that. Throw that in there, Kenny.
And it's not so bad. Not so bad.
Hey.
Hey, Slim.
Goodbye.